What's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good, what's good. Homeless Jabroni here to do episodes 1, 2 of episode of the... What the fuck? I'm tired, y'all. I'm really tired. If you hear me tongue twisting up my words, school, masturbation, girlfriend, YouTube, comic books, it's all that on my big ass head. You see, my hairline's receding and shit. I need to shave my head. There's a lot of shit on my... yo, Flash. We're here to talk about Flash. Alright. Okay. Alright. So, Barry Allen. Fastest man alive. I'm just stating the obvious right now. So, first episode is the first episode. Now, I'm gonna say some things I don't like. First off, I think they're giving away way too much when they showed when Barry was telling his backstory, right? When he said there was a man in the lightning that, you know, took away my mother or killed my mother. I feel that was they should have not revealed that. I feel like they should have held on to that shit for their dear fucking lives. I understand you need to give people incentive to watch the show, but the incentive enough was Crisis at the end of the episode. The Crisis, the newspaper, which even then was probably a bit much, but I'll leave y'all with that. Because if I'm taking out this, I'm taking out a big ass reason to watch your show, right? So I'll leave y'all with the whole Crisis Future newspaper thing. I'll leave y'all with that. But the Professor Zoom reveal, no. Y'all should have never revealed that. That could have been a fucking fantastic surprise. That could have been a great surprise. And cool little thing. The dude that's dating Iris West, the fucking police dude, either him or Harrison Wells could be Professor Zoom. They've both, I believe his name is Eddie Thawne, Eobor Thawne in the future. And Harrison Wells, something's up with him. We don't know what, but something is up with this motherfucker. Something is very up with this motherfucker. Like, in the first episode, Barry, it starts off from where, Flash and the Arrow left off. It starts off from there. And it's everything I really wanted. It really was in the first episode. It got a cameo from Stephen Amell, and cool little thing that Arrow did in the Arrow first episode. Barry Allen calls Oliver Queen. He's like, yo, bruh, I need to talk to you. And then when you watch Flash, it's like, bruh, I'm not a hero, man. I can't do this shit. How do I deal with this? And Arrow's just like, bruh, but you are a hero. Just, do hero shit and leave me alone, nigga. You're like, yo, I'll give you your superhero name, nigga, Flash. Word, nigga, peace. So it was quite something. I feel like it helped the show immensely. Like I feel like that off the bat they were already letting you know that this character might play some type of crazy part in the show, right? So that already, all fucking ready. They're already letting you know that. But in the rest of this episode, we had the homie Weather Wizard. Now, the way this show plays out is the particle accelerator. It gave Flash his powers, right? It also made Harrison Wells crippled. Who knows? I'm not. It probably did give him powers, but if it did, we're not seeing it just quite yet. I don't even know. To be honest, I don't even know why he's pretending to be crippled. That man is a mystery wrapped up in a fucking enigma. But well, more on him later. But this particle accelerator, it exploded. It gave Flash his powers. It gave Weather Wizard his power, it also gave multiplexes. It gave a whole bunch of dudes their powers. It's like a little Static Shock type of thing going on with the Bang Babies and the gang war in Detroit. Yeah. But you get what I'm saying. It's like a Static Shock Bang Baby thing going on. Right. So, we have the potential to see many DC villains in this show. Or DC just straight up, they could be vigilantes or whatever the fuck. We have the potential to see many of them. And you know what's the great part about it? Like, any they don't even have to do the Rogues Gallery as we know them from the comics. They can do their own Rogues Gallery. They really can. They can do their own fucking Rogues Gallery. The dude that played Weather Wizard, I don't know how I felt about it. Because my first introduction to Weather Wizard is from the New 52 comic. Where he's a Puerto Rican dude. And you got this like hick dude that's like, I am God. Whoa, God. Because you can control the weather, bruh? Chill. Chill out with that. You're not even that nice, homie. You're not even that nice, homie. But yeah, so it's like, dude, chill out with that I am God stuff. You know, he beats Weather Wizard in stereotypical Flash fashion. He makes a tornado. Flash runs around it in the opposite direction, stops it. Nah, that's pretty much it. It was pretty basic, but what do you want for a first episode, you know? You don't want some overcomplicated shit for a first episode, which is, you know. And I think the Rogues Gallery for this show is going to be pretty interesting, honestly. Because like I said, they don't have to do the Rogues Gallery as we know them from the comics. They could do their own shit. They really fucking can. So, the girl, I forgot what her name is, but she's Killer Frost in the show, which is very interesting. She's Killer Frost, and her husband that died in a nuclear explosion, or not even nuclear, just an explosion. Ronnie, I'm guessing he's Ronnie Raymond, because if she's Killer Frost, Firestorm, you know? You already know that's coming, because Killer Frost is an iconic Firestorm villain. So, there's that. The Spanish dude that, like, you know, is helping Flash do all his superhero shit, Vibe. So this show this show is going full-blown comic book, which I think is very, very ballsy. I think it's very ballsy, because Arrow didn't even do that. Arrows, you can tell by the first season that they wanted to do a realistic approach to things. That's why there's no trick arrows, no nothing like that. Only in the second season did they ham it up. But first season, it was like, yo, let's take things slow. Let's do this realistic. Let's try this realistic shit out. You know, I'm feeling this realistic shit. But Flash, they're like, fuck that realistic. We're going full blown comic book. If we're having a dude that can break the sound barrier and fucking run at light speeds, bro, we're going full-blown comic book. Best part about it is Barry's learning about his powers as if you're just getting into the show, he's learning about his powers as we are. So it's amazing. I don't even think he knows what as far as we know, there is no Speed Force yet. There is no fucking Speed Force, right? I don't think he knows about vibrating his molecules through solid objects, or vibrating to make himself invisible. I don't even think he can run at light speeds. I think he can, like, break the sound barrier, but that's about it. But, stealing speed from other objects, giving speed to other, objects, fucking going back into time. I don't think he know about shit like that, like moving his arms in, like, circles to, like, make little tornadoes. I don't think he know about that yet. And what I like about this theme is that like second episode, you actually feel a little like, yo, what the fuck is happening to him that this motherfucker is just fainting? And we learned out that his blood glucose levels is mad low, because if he's running at that type of speed, he needs to be properly nutritionized. That's not a word, but he needs the proper nutrition. He needs to be fed. He needs calories. He needs energy. And we learned this in the second episode. Second episode now. The first, let me just talk about the end of the first episode. Like I said, Harrison Wells. I don't know if they should have revealed him getting out of the chair, because again, we've now come on to this series, and we've just seen this dude. We're just introduced to this dude. So, and why should we care if he can get up out of his chair? You feel me? Why should we care? You feel me? Like, okay, DC fans, Red Skies Crisis, you already know what that means, but they should have kept him in his chair. They really should have. Maybe, I don't know, if they did hold it, maybe they should have done it in this second episode, because maybe this, at the end of this, you know what, I'll talk about this, the end of the second episode right now too. But give me a minute. Let me just do a quick summary. Multiplex, right? I believe he was in the volume 1 of the New 52 Flash comic, so I believe you can see him there. But it's basically a dude who can clone himself. He's a Jamie Madrox, a DC version, right? Basically, his boss fucked him over. His wife is dead, some shit like that. He wants revenge, wants to kill his boss. Doesn't end up killing the boss by the end of the episode, and that's it for him. He's off to jail. Right. So, at the end of the episode, where Harrison Wells, he knows the guy, because the guy, he says he's like a philanthropist or something or other like that, a philanthropist, scientist, whatever. But he says, like, he's fascinated by the Flash. He's fascinated by it. He's like, yo, I can't believe this. The man in the red mask is gonna change everything. He could change humans. He can change what it means to be human. So Harrison Wells is like, word, that's nice, that's great, that's awesome, son. He gets up out of his chair. He's like, what the fuck? And he stabs the dude. So I think if they held off on him standing up at the end of the first episode, right, to have him do it here, I think it would have held more shock value. I really think it would have. Now, he says something interesting. He says that I have to keep the Flash safe. I can't have anything happen to him. And right off the bat, you can already tell he has some kind of sick obsession with him, right? And my thing is, the only character I know of in Flash history that has that kind of obsession with Barry Allen is Professor Zoom. So it's really this big mystery whether it's this police dude who's banging Iris West or Harrison Wells. I'm leaning towards Harrison Wells. They might throw us for a loop and say it was the cop dude, and I say that's the cop out, because you're hamming this fucking Harrison Wells guy up to be a crazy psychopath. You're hamming him up. Oh, I have to keep him safe. He's obviously from the future. Because he knows about certain things. It's like Iris West Pop said. It's like, bro, it's like you knew. It's like you fucking knew he had the powers. You asked for him, like straight up after the accident. He knows about certain things, so he just might be from the future. But my thing is, why pretend to be Professor X? Why do you have the electric wheelchair? Why are you pretending to be crippled? Is it because a particle accelerator is just like too crazy of a thing to just like not have any effect on you? Like, is he afraid of people questioning him because of that? Like, oh, that nigga got hit by a particle accelerator explosion. Why did nothing happen to him? Why that nigga dick ain't moving at, you know, super speed? Why doesn't he have a butthole on his forehead? Like, you know, like, is he afraid of that? Like, what's the reason? Is he pretending to be crippled? That shit is throwing me for a fucking loop, guys. I'm sorry. Sorry, just think about it, man. Just think about it. Moving on. There were some great and I mean great character moments in this second episode. There were some great character moments, bruh. You don't find character moments like these in Arrow. They're like different. They're it's a completely different tone. It really is. Because Barry Allen never grew up with his father, and here's the man who locked him up. But the thing is, he still raised him as his own son. So throughout the whole episode, it's basically this dude, Iris West Pops. I keep forgetting his name. Call him Mr. West. You know, he like, if he doesn't believe in Barry, Barry doesn't believe in himself. That's how it works. At the end of the episode, he believes in Barry. Barry believes in himself. Yada yada yada. But also, since he's seeing all this crazy shit going down, finally, he's like, okay, Barry, I believe you now that you say there was a man that was in lightning that, you know, killed your moms. I believe you now. Let's go find whatever the fuck happened to your mom. Like, yo, you could just, the emotions in that, the feels, man, the feels in that show were crazy. It was serious, guys. It was real serious. And you know what? First episode, I'm gonna give it 7, but second episode, I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9, son. I'm gonna give it a fucking 9. I enjoyed the second episode a lot more than I was expecting to. I will be honest, I was not expecting to enjoy the second episode as much as I did. Because, I don't know, I developed an emotional attachment to these characters out of fucking nowhere, for no reason. I don't know, but I'm starting to smell what they cooking right now. I'm smelling what they stepping in right now, son. I'm feeling it. We gonna watch this for a few more episodes and see if I'm a dedicated fan yet. But Homeless Jabroni, comment, subscribe. You know, what did you think of the show? Comment in the box below. And I'll see y'all motherfuckers later.